So Vegapunk won a regional, and that means that of course we have to try it. This is the list. Shout out to the guy who got second place. I don't have the name right now. Maybe I could double check so I don't get it wrong. To Marco, who is the author of this deck. I watched the deck profile and I think this list is really interesting. It's a little bit different from what I used to play before, because this one plays the Agate stage and the Bonnie. I'm still not the biggest fan of these two cards, just because I like the 5-up Sunny a lot and I'm not the biggest believer in the stage, but I think the stage is really good into the more harder matchups like Shanks, like Bonnie, etc. So you can like stand your body and just swing. So I guess it could be better this format than before. And the Bonnie I'm not the biggest fan of either, but it's nice to have another 3-drop and something that actually generates resources. But I never was the biggest fan of it before, but we are of course going to try it today. So it's just a classic video. We're gonna play some games, you know, the regular ones. So before we get in, before the yapping stops, please like, subscribe. Check out my Metafy down below. I'm producing weekly videos there if you want to become a subscriber. So yeah, with that said, let's get into the games. Okay, so we have another GP here, and it's actually Alex Krasnich, base god, friend of the channel. So we are going to take the second here again, and I think this hand is alright, because we have drop, we have 3-drop, and then we have another drop, and then from there we could try to grind it out. And okay, so we're going to take the Frankie. I don't really like to play the what is it called, the Pythagoras at first, because we rather get value of it later. So I'm just going to spawn the Shaka here and pass. So we know that he has a Frankie, arm 3 Don. Going to get a Spudding with the 1-cost event. Then going to swing a 7, we will take. I think we are just going to trigger to get out a body. We don't sadly have a 3-drop to throw here to fuel Pythagoras, but I think we will throw Pythagoras and another Pythagoras here, because they are not going to end up doing that much. So now we are going to swing a 5 and then a 6 with Shaka. Being at 1 health is helpful if we had Atlas here, but now with Shaka instead. Okay, so we are going to get a Zorayuro, so we are going to see Zorayuro together with... no wait, not together with Pudding next turn actually. So we're going to play the Reshi here, pick up the... I think we take a 2k and we take the Lilith. And at this point I'm kinda inclined to play the Vegapunk, so we have a block for these for free. Even though we have to discard a card, I think that's good enough. We find the Pythagoras, which means that we can trash the Lilith to give it a target in our trash here. So he's going to probably play... Okay, he's going to play Zorayuro, keeping the Spudding, which means that, yeah, he probably has a Luffy in hand or looking for Luffy, and now maybe going to like swing a 6k somewhere. But then we could tax the hand really hard now if he decides not to do leader, but he's probably not going to do leader because he has yeah, the Pudding in hand. So to this swing I am actually going to take the block, and now we have some options to do. I think this is a turn where we turn on the gas and we just try to push out as many cards as possible from the hand there. So we're going to swing a 7, a 7, a 8, and then heal the event. There's an argument also to heal a... or like just play the Atlas. Maybe we actually just play the Atlas here, heal the event next turn. Because he... Okay, so if he goes for the Rush Luffy, are we actually dead with 1 life? That means he has 6, 7, 7, 7. He could swing at most, or like 6, 6, 8, 8. We could Tuki. Yeah, okay, so we actually die if we do that. So we're going to need to heal with the event there. And yeah, Luna is a crazy, or like it's a scary card from here. Otherwise, I think we are in a spot where we could like all in next turn and heal, and then from there just try to win it from there. But we will see. Yeah, here's the Taro for the Pudding, draw 1, going to stand so we get 3 done. Probably, yeah, okay, we are going to play the stage here. Drawing a card, protecting Pudding, swinging a 6 on the Edison, I assume. Okay, now going to swing a 6 on the Shaka. We are actually going to defend the Shaka here, I think. I seem that being a nice thing to do because we have blocker for next turn. Or maybe we actually are going to just let him go, swing hard, heal another event. Could be the turn we do. Or maybe we actually protect it so we have bottom board. I think we are just going to protect it. So we have a blocker and a guaranteed a standing unit. So are we going to just swing? I think we are going to swing a 6 with Edison first to try to get a 2k or something. But no, okay, yeah, because he threw a Frankie, so we don't know if there's... Okay, there's another Frankie in hand. And then we're just going to swing big here. Hopefully get a giant. Probably, yeah, we are going to get a giant. Maybe another giant or 2k, 1k or Dead Man's Game. Could also work here, yeah, we're just going to Dead Man's Game. And then here we could consider to heal the event. But then we don't get value from Pythagoras. But I think we have to heal the event either way here and then just pass. Okay, so we're going to play another Pudding here, draw 1. And then we are going to print, so we go up to 4 Don. And I assume we are going to maybe play a Sanji here, or we could try to clean up the board a little bit. Okay, we are going to play another Going Merry, which is nice, because that means there's no Sanji coming out. Or if it is, then yeah, it's alright. So now we're probably gonna clear the Pythagoras. Okay, we are going to swing face. Interesting. We're going to get the Vegapunk. We miss a satellite, sadly. Another 7. We take... I think we play a Pythagoras to have another body to swing with. Then going to swing an 8. We take the block. Leaving 3 on up. That is interesting. Okay, going to play... Oh, yeah, right. There's the Chopper, yeah. Chopper for 2. But we can actually just Nami the Chopper. Draw 1. And then we go 6-6 and then put everything under, and we hope that he can't get out of it with 5 cards. Could do actually, because it's GP, but I think a 15k here should do it. Yeah, another giant, pitching a brick. Okay, yeah, and then we need 3 2ks here. Okay, yeah, I was gonna rage quit the game if we lost this one. So GG's, and let's get to the next one. Okay, so we got a GP Luffy here, and I think I just wanna go like in EB. I think always going second into GP is the way to go. And this hand we have Luffy into Lilith into Nami, so I actually quite like this hand. Okay, we draw a Frankie, so now we're just going to play the Luffy and pass, just filling the board. And it's also a great answer to a 4-drop Sorryuro that might hit the board. And I think next turn we are not going to swing with the Luffy. And the reason why is because like he's just gonna swing on it and get the free attack. And if we instead just leave it up, then we might be able to kill something like a Sorryuro if it's going to get played. And doing attack now or next turn doesn't really matter in my opinion. So we are looking here. We could take the Bonnie here actually, flash it out. The next turn we could easily put a Don under it, swing, but I feel like maybe getting out the Pythagoras here is slightly better. I think both are decent options. But I am actually going to try Bonnie for a game, because I haven't really used the card that much. So I'm just going to deploy the Bonnie, and then we are going to pass. So next turn we are going to be able to invest Dons to swing. We could probably pop the Sorryuro. That, okay, there's just a hard play Sorryuro, so no Sunny Pudding. And not seeing stage yet, and not seeing, as I said, Sunny Pudding yet is huge for us. Because that means that we are going to be able to pop this Sorryuro, or alternatively was a Pudding, we would have been able to pop that one too. So I'm just going to go 1 Don under Bonnie, and I think I am going to start with a 5k swing here. Okay, Okay. Our opponent here decides to take the life. So we are going to resolve the Bonnie. I think Bonnie has a really good effect in general. I just think the card is... I don't know, I didn't like it as much before, but maybe it's better than I give it credit for, because you kind of miss your curve to play 5-drop leader on this turn, but now we have another 3-drop, so we don't need to use it. So here we could consider two... Okay, so we know that we are going to use 4 Don to play characters, which means that I'm probably more likely to go for 2 6k swings here, and the reason why is because we probably will get a life, yes. Then we're going to get a life and a 2k counter instead of just getting a life and a 1k counter, just because we decided to swing in this way. Could even be that he takes this one too, yeah, so it didn't really matter. But in this spot here I'm going to crack the Luffy to get rid of the temp of the Zoro. Then we're going to play the Lilith. I'm not really the biggest fan of stage either, but I'm trying it because the winner list played it. So it's kind of good into Shanks, it's good into Bonnie, it's good into these like more annoying decks. But yeah, I'm still not the biggest fan of the stage overall in this deck. So are we going to take Shaka or Please Save Me? I think Please Save Me are better for long term. And now we know that there will be no stage this game, but I don't think we need it. So now we could either decide we're developing a Vegapunk or we could play a Shaka, but I think just playing the Vegapunk here is great, because we are going to get to look for our deck, play a body, and we're going to keep a blocker, so we get 2 for 1. We had to trash one, but I don't think that will matter in the long run. So here I am probably going to trash a Shaka, because I want to keep double Nami, I want to keep 2Ks, and I don't think we will need Shaka anymore this game. So this spot, it is looking good, I would say overall. Luffy is still a scared deck, because yeah, you could go Luffy Taro into Pudding, into stage now, and have like a shit ton of defensive cards up. And now we need to swing 6k swings instead of 5k swings, which are a little bit more annoying, because then we need to invest resources in the Lilith, the Bonnie, and the other Lilith. But keeping the Bonnie on board surely is great, because we get to draw more cards. So Bonnie actually might be a card that actually solves a lot of the issues that Vegapunk has. So maybe I overlooked this card a little bit too much. Okay, so we have the stage 2. So we are definitely going to put Dons under Bonnie and swing a 6k here. Now we're just trying to attack the hand as much as possible, I think, with a bunch of 6k swings, and then we're probably going to invest the rest on the Atlas, try to get that last squeak of damage in, because right now he started to throw 2ks, which is really nice. The only problem here is that if we decide to swing a 9 with Atlas, he could just go for a giant here and just take it on the chin, you could say. So I think what we are going to do is we are going to swing a 9 with it, so he can't go for something like a Deadman's Game that he needs a giant here, which suppresses the Don some for next turn. He's going to be able to print. Having 5 Dons at max makes it so that it's slightly harder to play, and then we are also going to play a Pythagoras, and then we pass. So here we still have the Namis, which are great if there's multiple Sunny Puddings and there's not multiple stages, but at this point you looked at so many cards, so I would assume that there could be multiple stages to be able to buff up both the Puddings, but he is going to decide to buff up this one. So that means that maybe there's not another one in hand, because like he don't want to buff the one he swings with. So he's going to let him shave off the board here. We don't really care about it at this point. We have like hit early aggression, we have taxed his hand a little bit, so now we just want to be in this grind game. But yeah, this matchup for sure still is annoying, even though there's less Lunas and things like that. That's really good. But yeah, there we see the second going Mary, which means that our Namis are still turned off. And he's going to get the Yusuhachi and pass, leaving us with 2 bigger bodies, which is really nice. So my only problem in this spot here is that we don't have a like something good to play. We could play out the Atlas for one, and then we could use the rest to swing, because we won't get any value by Nami, and Nami only being a 5k, I don't really want to play it because we have to invest resources in it. So I think what we are going to do, I'm considering if we want to swing a I think we could swing a 10 at first to see what happens, because if it's Deadman's Game, that means that We are going to get it in a 2k, that's 2 cards out of hand, then we're probably going to push the last life and then play Atlas. And then from there we are like in the last push of the grinding. Okay, so he's going to defend the 11k swing instead. I just have to make sure that we don't die. I don't think we do next turn, because we have a lot of cards available to us. And here I'm also considering if we want to heal the Atlas or if we want to play it. I think playing it is the best option to do here, because that leaves a threat on board for next turn. And if we decided to heal, you could just swing on Pythagoras for free, so now we have Pythagoras effect available. So our opponent's going to play the Zoroyuro here, probably looking for that third giant, because we have grinded out through. And we are going to see Zoroyuro. I've seen a lot more Zoroyuro in the deck now. I have no idea why. Maybe because it's like unconditional ramp compared to Frankie that you need to be on less. So that might mean that you could play Luffy Taro a turn earlier, which I guess is kind of nice into a lot of the decks in this format. So we're going to play Anami, grab the Jet Gatling, which I'm not super fine with, because that's essentially a 3-key counter in a card, because GP plays so many bricks. So I have to move this one from it. And he's going to swing A6 on Atlas. I don't really want to burn resources on it because he has like 3 more bodies to swing with, so I rather just want him to shave the board completely. One thing could be that if he wants to, for example, play a Robin or a Sanji blocker here, means that we could technically save the Atlas, but I don't think that's worth it. Okay, so it's going to go at 7 on the Pythagoras. We are going to let it go, play the Lilith, grab a Punk blocker, great in this game state. Yeah, so it's going to swing a 7, and I'd assume that the Luffy Taro is not going to turn sideways. Okay, it is. That's a little bit risky to do, because we could find something. Now we find the Nami. Triggering the Nami here is actually something I am going to do, because it's for free and we get rid of a Spudding, which is great to do here. Okay, so this is actually a really weird spot to be in, because we could decide to just like turn everything sideways and swing. The other play we could do is we could swing for a 10, take some cards, because I know they played the Thunder Bagua now, right? So maybe it's just better to build board and try to push next turn, because then it needs to leave Dons up. Or we could... So yeah, if you go at 10, that's Bagua 1 card. Okay, 10 is always 2 cards. 11 is... It's probably a Bagua in hand, because it leaves 4 Don up. And there's Deadman's Games, and there's other cards. So I'm inclined to... We want to use... We want to hard play Vegapunk and then heal the event, which leaves us with 4 Don left. And I think I am actually just going to swing a 10 here to guarantee getting 2 cards out of hand. Like GP are like all the straw attacks are so tank even with 0 life. Okay, so we are just going to pitch 3 cards instead. If he doesn't, if he like, maybe he has a giant and wants to leave it up, but if he has it, I'd rather do it now. Maybe not giant, but if it was Bagua, I would probably play it now, because then it's much easier to like, we don't need to leave as much done up for next turn, so we only need Bagua in 1k, so it's probably not the Bagua in hand. It could be a giant, because we want to keep the Don and don't be on 5, and it's 1 card. So yeah, I am just going to hard play the Vegapunk here. We could play the Shaka here, but if we are going to get Deadman's Game, like he's going to rest both either way, so I think it's better to just play out the Pythagoras, because it could spawn a body, and then heal with the Please Save Me and pass. So we are going to take the block either way, I think, with the Vegapunk start. If it's a 6k swing, I think with 2k, and then we take the block, so he can't get a double value of the Deadman's Game if he decides to play it. But if he decides to Deadman's Game, he can't go for the Rush Luffy double swing. Yes, we're just going to swing a6 on Atlas. We could take the block and then counter out, but I don't think like it's worth to throw our whole hand for a 6k body. So from this spot here, we are going to block the leader swing either way, or maybe we don't need to it actually, because if we take, we have We have 12k potentially. We have 7k counter in hand, which means that if we take, he decides Deadman's game, he's going to get back 3 Don. Okay, yeah, so here is the option. But no, I think we're just going to take the block and just give him less value on the Deadman's game. So yeah, this spot is actually looking quite nice, depending on what cards he has in hand. Okay, so he's just going to play the Rush Luffy now. So maybe he doesn't have the means to actually defend there, which means that we could actually find lethal. So if we decide to do this, yeah, we're going to take this every day. Let's play out the Vegapunk. We miss no satellite, which is sad, but I guess the blocker is the most important thing. But having 2 bodies would be nice if there was a blocker coming out, because then we could split the Don. So if he decides to Deadman's game here, means that he can swing a 7 and an 8, and I don't think he's going to do that. Yeah. Yep, we whiffed, sadly. Happens. I think next set whiffing is going to be a lot less common, because we will play so many scientists. Okay, going to swing a 8 here, which means that he could take the block and then he could do that, or we take this one. Yeah, we get the Shaka, which is nice, but it wouldn't matter because double 9 we could counter out of. So he's going to swing a 7, we will take the block with the Punk, and then he passes with a lot of Don up. So we could swing a 6 and then a 16, but I'm a little bit scared. If we play the Reshi, if we find event, I don't think we can defend next turn either way. Even though we have a blocker and that, he could steal Deadman's game us, so we are just going to swing a 6 and a 16 and I just pray that that is enough. Because we have seen 2 giants already, right? So it could actually be it. But having 4 Don up could be like Bagua. But no, yeah, as I said, I don't think it's going to be Bagua actually. Okay, so we're going to pitch the Luna. Okay, Usopp, Sanji, and yeah, we had a 0 cost event too. Yeah, this game was hard to do, but we were close. So let's get to the next game. Okay, so we have a Rayleigh here, which supposedly probably are a really good matchup for Vegapunk. That's how this deck works. So with this hand, I am inclined to keep because we have Atlas 3-drop and then Leader, so we are actually going to keep. Bonnie might be even better because then you are playing 11 3-drops instead of only 8, which makes the go second curve better and also going first curve better, so both curves. So going to play the Buggy. I think we are going to try to play the healing strategy here because he needs to kill us eventually, so if we can like absorb some pokes now and then, and I don't know if starving from Rayleigh, building a board and then swinging is good enough to do. Okay, no, so we are actually going to swing face. Yeah, so I think putting the heal here is great to do at first, because now we are going to get the Atlas for free and then we take a hit and hopefully we get to spawn another body here. Okay, we get the Frankie, which I'm actually going to spawn because more bodies are pressure into decks like this. So we could lead, put 1 here, swing, try to draw, but I think I want to rather develop. So this is okay, strike. I just had to double check with the with the typings. So question now is, I think this is the best spot to play the Reshi. Take a 2k and Atlas, oh, not Atlas, Lilith, and then swing a 6, and then we are going to heal with the Lilith and then pass. Okay, so going to use Leader. We know, yeah, this is the reason you can't go to 0 because then you just kill you. So you're essentially a 1 life leader, you could say. Okay, we're going to play the Luffy here. Most likely going to spawn a Sanji, and then we are going to swing 7-7. Yeah, so the 7k hit face we are going to take. It's probably gonna turn into, okay, he's going to go a 5, leave the boa on board, which is interesting. So get the search. I think I like to take 2Ks whenever I can. I don't think the stage is that great into this matchup. Okay, so we don't have a Luffy here, which is a little bit sad, but we're just going to swing a 5 on the boa, a 6 face. Then I think we are going to just pop the Luffy with a boa, and then we are going to heal with a Shaka and pass. So just like leaving up the bodies, taking care of the small things and poking, I think is the best way to actually win against this matchup. So we're going to reveal the Conqueror and the To Never Doubt again. Or we played the 2-key Luffy. I think this card is good into decks like this because it's slow. It packs a big punch for a low investment of only 2 Don. Swing a 7k, could even swing a 9k for 2 Don, which is kinda big. Playing the buggy, getting observation, so we know observation. Okay, never mind. We know Never Doubt, and we know Conquer Saki, and now we know a mole that could be relevant for next turn. So we're going to let this one go. Probably are going to. Okay, we are going to let the Sanji stand here, which is interesting. So I'm going to start with a 5k swing here to see what happens. I'm inclined not to play the Vegapunk now because he showed us that he had, but I think it's just better to play it either way, right? So we go 5 with Atlas, takes the damage there, and then I think we play the Punk. Yeah, we are going to hardcast. Okay, get some mole trigger. Play Edison, we get to cycle some. I think we are going to throw the Reshi. And I think we're going to throw a Shaka. So question here if you develop a Nami or if we heal. I like healing more, actually getting a Lilith there. Which means that we could take a block here if it doesn't Molegun pop this, which I think is most possible. And then he's going to swing hard and a lot. So that means we could spawn Lilith, we can spawn Shaka, take the block, and then we could try to shave the board next turn. He is going to go a 7. I will just take the 3 block here because I don't want to give him value with the Mulligan, popping the blocker. Okay, swinging a 5 on the Nami, we are just going to let that one go. Could be the case that he's just trying to build board here, playing like another Luffy, Sanji, just passing. But then we could swing on the, okay, another Conk and To Never Doubt. Swinging a 5 with the buggy. I think we will let that one go, so we are able to turn Lilith into a 2k. I don't know if 2ks are better to take than Shaka in this matchup. Okay, going to swing a 7. I think we take play. So if we get mold here, yeah, I think we're going to get mole gun on the Shaka because yeah, we know a mole gun, we know a Conk, and we know a To Never Doubt. So the 7k swing here, there's 2 options, either take or not. I guess that's obvious, 2 options, but I think we are going to do that. Oh, please save me here is broken. So that means we need to swing a 6 here on the Sanji, and then I think we're going to, okay, he's going to Conk and throw another card. That's interesting. Which means that I think swinging on the Luffy might be better actually, because this is going to draw a card too. So if we go, I think we go 5 here. Yeah, what did we see? Okay, so this and this, To Never Doubt and 2 blanks. So we play the Nami, trash the Frankie, pop the Luffy. Yeah, then we heal the Please Save Me, and then we pass. So I think we are starting to stabilize now really well, because we could get up the blocker. We have counter, and then from there, okay, double To Never Doubt. We might actually be able to push them out of Rayleigh's hand. Next turn. Okay, so going to swing a 5 on Lilith. We're going to let that one go. And if there's a 5 on Edison, we are also going to let it go. I think this is a big misplay actually, because this lets us not discard with the Vegapunk here. So we're just going to spawn a body for free. Then just take the block here. We know 2 To Never Doubt. Okay, it's a kid killer. Do we take this one? That's a great question. I think we do. We get the Punk, we're not gonna trigger it, so we know that there's 2 To Never Doubt, which means that we need to swing to swing here? That's 9k. Okay, so I guess if we just swing a 7 on the Kid Killer. Okay, we're just going to get the Kid Killer here. Do we play Punk or Luffy? I think Punk for a blocker is a lot better. Playing another blocker, that's nice in the Shaka, and then we are going to swing a 8 on the Sanji, I think. Maybe we could have gone into Zoro, but then we have the possibility of seeing 2 events. So we're just going to pass here. And the events are not bodies, so as long as we get to just protect here, we are in a fine spot. So there's 2 cards in hand. If they are like random events too, it doesn't matter. And even though he can like to never doubt twice, it doesn't matter. So we take the free block here. And then I think we are going to take the block on Zoro depending how hard it swings. So he's going to swing 8. So we take the block with Shaka. He could turn around now and go board instead, which I like more because then we're going to be able to heal up to 2. So yeah, we are going to see swing on Nami. Freedom up. Okay, is going to be another Sanji and pass. So we are going to just play the... I think Nami is better than Luffy. So we're going to play the Nami. Ah shit, we should actually have played the other way around, I think. Because now we get some additional card that could be able to protect the Zoro. So we're going to heal to 2. I don't know, do we spawn the Edison if we can? Because he could play a rush card, and then we could go Lilith to try to search, and then kill on the back swing. Okay, he still has the double to never doubt, so this is a 5k swing to lead. Like, the only thing I'm scared about is a rush card, right? So, okay, going to swing a 6 on the Atlas. We are actually going to let that one go, because I don't want to burn any of the card stand. And the Luffy here is going to be really nice. Okay, and then we just pass, gives us some leeway to build up a board here. We're gonna take the Pythagoras, play the Luffy. I think we just pop the buggy, so he's not going to get value of the swings. Play the Pythagoras and then pass. There's an argument here actually to heal with the Pythagoras too, but yeah, I think we should have healed it actually, because we have the Kid now, so we could like heal burn 1 and then play from there. So we are we going to spawn? I don't think we are going to spawn with Edison, because I want to keep all the cards in hand. Okay, we are playing the Zoro and just passing here. So I think we're going to swing a 5 here, see if we get like a to never doubt or what we get. Okay, we get the Conqueror's Haki from that. We're just going to go another 5k swing here. Okay, we get that, so we know that there's 2 to never doubt, which means that we can use Kid. I'm so used to drawing a card after that, but now we sadly don't. And then we get to cycling the stage. Yeah, I think we haven't seen any matchups where stage actually useful now. Okay, going to swing a 5, probably on the Lilith, I'd assume. But we know there's 2 to never doubt and a blank in hand now, so like if it's not a real card in hand, then we are in a really good spot. And we have the Pythagoras too, which is like is a tank. Okay, so we're going to swing a 12 here, which means a double 2k protects it, which means that we should win, even though there could be a Conqueror's Haki. Yeah, we're just going to test a 9. If it's Conk. Okay, there's a Conk. Yeah, we should have swung a 10 actually, because now we get to keep a to never doubt in hand. Which means this. Oh, we could have done it even less. Do we heal or not? Yeah. GG's. Okay, so let's go to the last game. Okay, so we have a limb here, which actually I've seen a lot more now lately. I think the deck is alright, this format. And we get to choose here on the turn order. I think we're going to take the second, because I generally want to play the going second curve. In this hand we have something to spawn. We have 3 drop into Nami. I think we have to keep this hand. But I don't like the stage, but maybe it's okay into this matchup actually. So we're just going to deploy the Bonnie here and pass. And Lim is a deck that likes to take life against you. Okay, going to swing a 5. Yeah, we take that. We get a Luffy, but it won't do anything here. And he's going to play the Dofi, which means that we are going to be able to play a Dereshi. I think we grab Plisami and a Nami, because Nami is broken into Lim. Play the Nami, pitch the stage, pop this, and then pass. Like, this is the problem I have with Bonnie in general for Vegapunk. Maybe it's better later on, but it's really hard to fit your curve in together with putting a Don under it. So we're going to take, find the kid, sadly not a spawn, but it's alright. So now we are going to play the Nami, pitch the Punk, pop the Dofi, swing a 5, even though we can't turn it to new cards here, and then we're going to heal a please save me and then pass. So I think next turn is when we are going to start getting some value from the Bonnie. Okay, going to swing a 0, probably playing an NL here, I guess the draw. Could be a Sakazuki hardcast too. That's like the 2 most common things Link plays when they swing with 1 drop. So I wonder what we are going to do here. Okay, we throw a Sabo and a Lim, swing a 5 on Nami. I want to keep cards in hand. So now for 5, probably gonna be, okay, it's gonna be a Dofi and then a pass. Standing like that. Okay, so our hand is not that great, to be honest. So I think we're going to swing a 6k swing here. If we connect this one, I like that. Yeah, because then we get to cycle. Probably pitch a kid. I don't think we need more than that. So we'll use Dereshi here. 2ks are tempting to take. So I think we are just going to take 2 2ks. Swing a 7. And then I think we are going to spawn the blocker Punk. Yeah, there's no way he lets that one die. Shaka or Lilith here? I think it's Shaka. And then we just pass. Is there a way we die here? I don't think so with 2 blockers. Okay, going to Deadman's game. Swing on the blocker. No, I don't think there's a way to die here, actually. So we are going to 2k out of this. So he has the swing with one of the bodies on it, yeah. So instead of dropping a... Oh wait, no, it didn't matter in the end, actually. Okay, it's going to swing a 9. Then we are going to play a Mihawk. And then kill the Shaka. Are we going to protect it or not? That's 2 cards we burn. Is that essential to our game plan? I think we have to protect it here. I just get the feeling of that, okay? Sometimes you have to play off vibes. We could play Bonnie, put the Don under it, swing hard, see what happens. Or we could Luffy, like go wide. Or we could even Kid, swing, heal 1. Do we have enough to survive then, if we do that? I don't think so. So I guess we're just going to Kid. And then we are going to heal the Atlas and then pass. Cycle away a Dereshi. If there's another Deadman's game, that's really annoying. But I guess it's only really annoying if... Nah, I think Deadman's game is fine here, actually. But I don't know if we are going to survive. Okay, swing a 8 on the Kid. Okay, yeah, we got saved there. We could say playing a Lim, hardcasting it, getting an NL. Maybe going to play the NL. I'd assume so. Or maybe not. I mean, we could have just thrown a 1k to that swing, so I don't think it will end up mattering that much. Okay, so this one we're actually going to take. Play the Atlas. Get a body out. That means that we might be able to kill next turn. But if there's another Doffy, that's a little bit annoying. So Deadman's game doesn't do that much, right? So we are actually just going to take, spawn, spawn. You're playing another NL, leaving bundle up. Could be like a blast breath. Pitch a Sabu. Pitch a Sabu and a Sabu. Swings a 7. We take the block. Pinodon's up, just a blocker here. Okay, so we definitely have game. Because there's no blockers, Nodon up. 2k, 2k. Swing a 7. 2k, 2k. 7. Yeah, GG's, and that's the game. So guys, I just want to say thank you all for watching this video. Vegapunk is back, or maybe not, I don't know, but he got second into a regional, which is really nice. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and see you in the next one.